Hello and welcome. Let's start the discussion on this wonderful series of concepts through previous year questions or concepts through PYQs. We have come on to chapter number 5, and chapter number 5 is poverty and inequality. From this chapter, a lot of editorials they come. A lot of questions are asked in the test series also. But you won't believe, in the last 11 years, there is not a single question which has come from this chapter in the mains exam. And in the mains exam, nothing about poverty, nothing about inequality. And in the prelims exam, in the last 10 years, we have seen only one question. That one question is about poverty. From inequality, we haven't seen any question. That's how big a surprise it is, because what do we think is, if it is poverty, if it is unemployment, there should be a lot of questions. As we have seen, there have been a lot of questions from the chapter of unemployment, jobless growth, labor reforms. These questions, they have come in abundance in the mains exam as well as in the prelims exam. So unemployment, labor, productivity, workers, all these topics, they become very important for the prelims as well as mains exam. But believe me, poverty and inequality, not a single question in mains in the last 11 years. Only one question on poverty in the last 11 years. Nothing from inequality. Let's discuss the question. See. And the question came in 2019, nothing in the last 4 or 5 years. In a given year in India, official poverty lines are higher in some states than in others. In some states, the poverty line is higher. In some states, the poverty line is less. So basically, we do not have a national level poverty line. Yes, we average it out. We take the weightage of the population and then we have a national level poverty line. But at the same time, we have state specific poverty lines. First of all, a simple question from you. We may say that in India's case, poverty line is a person who is spending, say, less than 1,000 rupees per month, right, in urban areas. So, who gives this number? Whatever number it is, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, this much of expenditure, less than this much of expenditure is a person below poverty line. Now, my simple question is, who gives this poverty line estimate? This poverty line, you would have heard these names, right? You would have heard these names, which are like Alag Committee or Lakadawala Committee or Tendulkar Committee or Rangarajan Committee. What are these committees about? Look, these are expert committees which have been set up from time to time by Planning Commission. These expert committees, they give the estimate of poverty line in India. The last committee which was set up was Arvind Pangaria Committee. Alright. So these committees have been set up from time to time, and these committees, they would give their recommendations on what is poverty line in the country, what is a poverty line basket, what is the reference period. All these things are, all these terms, all these concepts are given by these committees. And these committees set up by Planning Commission earlier, now set up by Niti Aayog. So the question is, in a given year in India, official poverty lines are higher in some states than in others because. You give me a reason for it. Let's not look at the options. Let's look at the reasons. Tell me. A simple vegetable thali, will it be costing the same in Gujarat and Bihar? If you cannot think about the states, other thing. Will a vegetable thali be costing same in Patna and in Mumbai? or say in Kanpur and in Mumbai, would the price be same? No, the price would be higher for, yes, obviously Mumbai, because in Mumbai the rent is higher, the labor would be charging higher, the vegetables would be costing higher. So as these things would be costly, so the price of vegetable thali would also be higher. And if I say a poverty, what is BPL? A person who cannot even afford a vegetable thali is poor, then in that case the price of vegetable thali is 50 rupees in Mumbai and vegetable thali will be costing 30 rupees in Kanpur. The one who cannot even spend say 30 rupees in Kanpur, he is poor. The one who is able to spend 35 rupees on a vegetable thali in Kanpur, he is above poverty line, but the same person is below poverty line in Mumbai. Why is there difference in price of vegetable thali? Because there is difference in the price of items. See the options. Why is official poverty line higher in some states? Because poverty rates vary from state to state. That's not the reason, because if poverty line, obviously certain states would have different poverty rates depending upon how many people are below poverty line. Price levels vary from state to state. Yes, the discussion which we had about vegetable thali right now, it actually tells that there is a difference in price levels from state to state. So that's the correct answer. We haven't gone to the other. It appears correct. It appears correct. Third is gross state product varies from state to state. So state GSDP may vary, but how is GSDP going to have an impact on the official poverty line? We do not have a direct correlation. We do not have a direct correlation between GSDP and poverty line. Quality of public distribution varies from state to state. Food is just one of the parameters which would be deciding a poverty line. In poverty line basket, along with food, we have clothes, we have sleepers, we have durable goods, non-durable goods, education, health, all expenditures, they are considered when we decide a poverty line. So this is not right. GSDP varying is not right. Only this option is correct, that price levels vary from state to state. And that's the only question which has come from poverty and inequality. I hope you have understood why do we have a state why do we have different poverty lines for different states. As of now, I'm not in a position to discuss the recommendations of all these committees. For your homework, I'm telling you, you can go through certain concepts like what is absolute poverty and what is relative poverty. What's the difference between these two? You should always also see what is a poverty line basket, what is a reference period. Reference periods are of three types. We have uniform reference period, mixed reference period, and modified mixed reference period. So after going through this question, you can go to your whatever notes, whatever reference book you are studying, and you should go through these concepts: poverty line basket, reference period, types of poverty, and you should also go through the recommendations of these committees. Yes, these committees haven't been asked in the prelims exam and in the mains exam, but somehow the recommendations may come in future. So somehow these recommendations may be used in your mains answer. Just go through them at least. All right, that's it for now. Thank you.